Today on the GrandLAN video blog, Captain America 39, Final Crisis number 2 of 7, Marvel 1985 number 2 of 6, Runaways number 30, yes really, it did come out, that's a real copy, Secret Invasion Runaways Young Avengers number 1 of 3, and finally, What If This Was the Fantastic Four, a tribute to Mike Wierengo. Hey everyone, I'm Craig. Welcome back to the GrandLAN video blog. This is June 25th, 2008. Almost forgot the date again. First up, Captain America 39. Words, I don't have words for this book. It's kind of silly that I'm even reviewing it. Ed Brubaker is still writing an amazing book. 39 issues going strong. There's a 2 Captain America story going on obviously right now. The whole thing with Bucky is still going on. The Falcon is here, Sharon Carter's here, Sin and Crossbones, the Red Skull's minions. The cast of this book is incredible. To name it after a single person does not do the cast, the crew, the entire, everybody on this book doesn't do it justice. Steve Epting missed the art chores on here. I'm not sure exactly why. I didn't know that he was going to. De La Torre drew it instead, and it looks really, really sharp. Doesn't really seem out of place, which is really nice. You know, when they get a fill-in artist, sometimes it doesn't look right. Thankfully, you kind of still get that with this book. I cannot say enough good things about this book. If you have $2.99 that you're spending on any other book and you're not satisfied consistently every month, drop it and start buying this one. There's nothing else to say about this book. It's the greatest book. Tons of stuff came out this week, and this is still my favorite. Next up, Final Crisis number 2. My friend Brad is going to hate me for saying this. I'm lost. I do not understand this book. I understood issue 1 just fine. In issue 2, suddenly, it's kind of like watching a movie that somebody has edited into just little choppy trailers back and forth, and nothing ever connects with each other. But the whole time, the person who's, you know, putting this product forth for you expects you to understand. And I am lost. The most excellent super team, or the super young team with most excellent super bat shows up. And what? I don't know. If you can explain this to me, please do. I'd love to see an explanation of what the hell this book was supposed to accomplish. I didn't really like it. Next up, Marvel 1985. Mark Millar takes a brand new twist on this story. Thankfully, Tommy Lee Edwards gets the art this time on the cover. I love his art. He's the Bill Sienkiewicz of the next generation. I know I mispronounced that. Don't correct me. The characters from 1985 Marvel are appearing in the real, quote-unquote, universe. A lot of different stuff is going on, and this kid is kind of suspicious of why it's all happening. The old man seems to have a secret, kind of like Jeff Daniels in The Big Lebowski, almost, is what he looks like to me. You know, it's fascinating. This is how you do a good I don't know what's going on book, because you can still follow it, and you kind of, you know, have this mystery feel where you're going, well, maybe this is what's going to happen. Maybe that's what's going to happen. And it's not a complete, you know, clueless snow job like Jeff Loeb on the Hulk or Grant Morrison here on Final Crisis.
They call me
Next
Dude.
Up, the Dude abides. Runaways number 30. Like I said, this is an actual copy. See, real, actual comic book inside of a bag. Actually came out. I believe the date on this was probably, what, October of 07. Joss Whedon missed a deadline badly. Deadlines aside, this is a good book. Ends the 6 issues well. I'm impressed at the amount of resolution that got done here, because in the 5th part of Joss Whedon's story, I was completely lost. I didn't know how they were going to get it wrapped up in 22 pages, but he did very well. I haven't had a lot of good things to say about Whedon this year, so I'm going to say a couple of good things and say this is an excellent 6-issue story arc. Fits right alongside all of Brian Vaughn's work. I'm really excited to see where Terry Moore goes with Volume 3, but in the meantime, this wraps up Volume 2 perfectly. And leads directly into, how do you like that segue? Secret Invasion Runaways Young Avengers. They team up Runaways and Young Avengers in the same miniseries, just like they did with Civil War. They just figure, instead of making 2 miniseries, we'll just make 1 and throw all the kids in it. Chris Yost is writing. Kyle Yost. I forget his name. Yost. Whatever his name is. I don't like his work on New X-Men. He kind of took over for DeFilippis and Weir and just dragged the book down a lot. Over here, though, it's good. Takeshi Miyazawa, formerly of Spider-Man Loves Mary Jane, one of my favorite books, a sleeper hit, I think. Of course, I'm the only one. He's got the art choice, and it kind of looks a little funny, you know, with the manga style, and some of the characters look a little strange. You see, like, the Skrull version of Zavin, and you're supposed to be able to identify him separately from all the other Skrulls that are in the book. It's kind of difficult. Other than that, though, it's really good. It's a good start. I like a lot of these 3-issue miniseries that are tying into Secret Invasion. This one, Fantastic Four, was good last week. It's really exciting to see a lot of good tie-ins that tie directly back to the Secret Invasion main story. It's something that, like I said, Marvel has not done with their big event books very well. House of M was notoriously bad for it. They pretty much contradicted the main series with the miniseries. Civil War's miniseries tie-ins were okay, but definitely didn't have a link at all to what was going on, and sometimes did contradict as well, although they almost had the continuity. Here, you can tell that they're paying attention to everything that's going on in this book. Lastly this week, the tribute to Mike Wierengo. The Hero Initiative. Buying this supports the Hero Initiative, so first of all, I'm going to say that. The Hero Initiative is a great thing, formerly known as ACTOR, a commitment to our roots. It's kind of like the, you know, support for writers and artists and comic creators after they retire. You know, there's no pension, there's no retirement plan for comic creators. Hero Initiative does a lot of good things, and here we have another example. Mike Wierengo, of course, passed away tragically last year. He had 7 pages done of a Fantastic Four, a what if the new Fantastic Four stayed together. The new Fantastic Four, of course, being Spider-Man, Wolverine, Hulk, and Ghost Rider. It's kind of like the biggest joke of the 90s. You know, you take the 4 iconic characters of 90s Marvel and hyperbole in general, throw them on a team and call them the Fantastic Four. They're very much the un-Fantastic Four because they're not a family. They don't fit together like the actual Fantastic Four do, but it was an idea that sold like hotcakes and people still loved it because, obviously, 4 iconic characters, you know, 4 movie stars, essentially, all in the same single book. This is good. Wierengo's 7 pages are finished. Then his friends, his co-workers, people went through and finished the rest of the story for him. Jeff Parker wrote it, and as you know, Jeff Parker wrote some really good stuff like Agents of Atlas, and he writes a lot of the all-ages stuff. It's a good all-ages read. You know, it's fun. It's obviously not violent or gory. It's a Fantastic Four book. You can tell that it was originally supposed to be a what if. You know, it reads just like it with the standard Watcher appearance, which is really cool. It does a really good job of honoring Mike Wierengo. A couple of remembrances in the back, and Chris Giarrusso throws in a Fantastic Four tribute at the end. Definitely well worth your money, and again, goes to a good cause as well. That's it for from GrandLAN for this week. I'm Craig. See you next week.